Nigerian Senate President Akpabio is corrupt and habitually abuses women, says Atiku. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has described Nigerian Senate President as corrupt and in the habit of abusing women. Well, that is true. In a video published by Rice TV and seen by Sahara reporters, he described the PDP as weak because there is a compromised leadership in the party. Where is the lie? He also said he was not surprised that the National Assembly easily approved the emergency rule declared by the President Bola Tinubu in Rivers State. Even me gone, I was not surprised. If you are surprised, then that means that you don't know this country already. I'm not surprised because the leadership of the National Assembly is corrupt, and I have no apology about that, he said. The Senate President Godswill Akpabio is known to be involved in corruption. Even when he was a governor, I got a lot of reports on this. He went further stating, not only was he corrupt, but he was also in the habit of abusing women. Because as at 2020, somebody still slapped him for this same sexual harassment talks. I got that report. This development comes amidst a backlash against the National Assembly's approval of a state of emergency in Rivers State. It also follows sexual harassment allegations leveled against Senator Akpabio by Senator Natasha Akpoti. Sahara reporters earlier reported that Senator Akpoti submitted an affidavit to the Senate Ethics Committee as supporting evidence in a petition against Senate President Akpabio. She had accused Akpabio of sexual harassment, abuse of office, and obstruction of legislative duties. In the affidavit, the suspended senator quoted Akpabio to have said, "Natasha, I am the chief presiding officer of the Senate, and you can enjoy a whole lot from me if you take care of me and make me happy. Make somebody else's wife should be taking care of you. Don't you have your own wife?" Olojukokoro man. According to Akpoti, her petition was initially rejected by the Senate, prompting her constituent Mr. Zubairu Azamare Yakubu to present it on her behalf. The affidavit obtained by Sahara reporters detailed an alleged incident that occurred on December 8, 2023 during a visit to Akpabio's country home in Akwa Ibom. Akpoti stated that she visited Akpabio's residence with her husband when the Senate President made unsolicited and inappropriate sexual advances towards her while giving her a tour of his house. She alleged that while her husband was nearby on a phone call, Akpabio suggested bringing her back to the house to have a quality moment together. Can you just imagine? Furthermore, she claimed that Akpabio proposed converting parts of the house into a nightclub setting to host a party. That's what they are using you people's money. That's what they are using it to do. That's what they are using people's money to do, to build house, convert a house into a nightclub to be hosting parties and carrying girls up and down. She described this remark as inappropriate and an attempt to lure her into an unethical relationship, particularly given Akpabio's existing relationship with her husband. The senator representing Kogi Central said that after rejecting Akpabio's advances, he began a campaign of obstruction and intimidation against her in the Senate. Exactly, that was what happened. That was why he started victimizing the woman inside the Senate and then went on to change her seat even when she was not around. And then she's trying to ask, okay, why did you change my seat? And that was what happened, and they said, oh, she disrespected them in the Senate. She did this, she did that. Because of that, they suspended her for 6 months. Now, no go no say, something is fishy. Something is definitely fishy. She alleged that Akpabio deliberately refused to recognize her motions, including a significant motion on the revitalization of the Ajaokuta Steel Company, an issue of national economic importance. The affidavit states that this motion was listed on the other paper more than 5 different occasions. In some occasions, when the motion was listed on the other paper, the Senate President declined to take it for reasons which I believe were connected to my outright refusal to accede to its advances. Because she said no to you now want to frustrate Akpa inside the Senate. That owing to the apparent refusal by the President, some concerned colleagues of mine in the Senate advised that I approach the Senate President privately. That I hesitated initially owing to my previous encounter with the President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, but summoned the courage to approach the Senate President in his office. According to her, instead of attending to her complaint regarding the refusal to address her motion, the Senate President reiterated his advances. Very stubborn man. Natasha, I am the chief presiding officer of the Senate, and you can enjoy a whole lot from me if you take care of me and make me happy. That I very believe that the obstruction of my legislative motions was not unconnected to my refusal to accede to the advances made by the Senate President. Can you imagine? Because she said no. Because she said no, he decided to start doing all sort of things. We know that he is guilty. That's why they are going this far. Daniel says, Oga Atiku, don't expect the youth to listen or hear you on this issue. Majority of the youth are expecting to listen to you are rapists and also the supporter of this evil government. Where is the lie? There's no lie there at all. That is why most of them are supporting all of these things. Because most people that we have, they are upcoming rapists, pedophilia, all sorts of things happening in this country, and they go away scot-free with it. We are raising monsters in this country, and nothing is being done about it. Nothing is being done about it. Friday Paul says, Atiku that nearly bought the entire country illegally have mouth today. If you were a sincere person, you would have been Nigerian president before now. Wike is waiting for you, promise keeper. See, if Atiku has any illegal thing that he has done, it's just like Peter Obi claiming that Peter Obi is corrupt. They don't have anything on him. If they really have something on Atiku, that he's a corrupt politician, he's a corrupt person, Atiku will not be working freely right now. They would have done something about him. They would have brought out his case in the open, and everybody will know that Atiku has done this, he has done that. I don't think they have anything against him. So Friday Paul, I don't really believe that Atiku has done anything. If he has done anything illegally, but which date have they brought out on Atiku before? And he did that with which money? Probably his own money. I don't know. But they don't have anything to use against him. If they do, let them bring it out. And if they do, they would have used it all the time that he was campaigning for election. They would have used it against him. But there is nothing they've used against him. There's nothing. In the way Chukudi says, everything he said about Akpabio is 100% true. Of course, we know now. We know it is the truth. The way they are going too far, we already know that, yes, Natasha is not lying. Raphael Odo says, does Nigeria really have a Senate president at the moment, or Tinubu appointed minister of the Senate? Now so it is well. Friday F. Young says, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, former presidential aspirant of PDP, is not a happy man. Legends should stay away from him because he can bite anytime, anyway. How is he biting? He's saying the truth now. Akpabio, does it look like somebody that did not do what they are accusing him of? If he did not do it, then why is he going this far? Why? They are really going too far. Then you will know that because they are going this far, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Reng Wang says Atiku has all moral grounds to criticize Akpabio. As a citizen of Nigeria, people are saying that does he have moral grounds? Does he have moral ground? Of course he does. He does. Please leave him alone. He's the most corrupt person. What are the things that he did that you think that APC government will just be looking at him and will not use it against him? They will use it. They don't have anything on him. I beg people should stop lying. And listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.